definitely don't want to be caught in quicksand. Oof. All right, let's see. Obviously, someone is going to get caught in it, but let's see what IMDb has to say. Follows a married couple almost divorcing who become trapped in quicksand while hiking through a rainforest in Colombia. They will battle the elements of the jungle and must work together in order to survive. All right, couple almost divorcing, now having to work together. Let's see how well that works out in quicksand. All right, so new one on Shudder. So we'll try to keep this as fairly spoiler free as possible, but I don't know how much there is to spoil. I mean, you basically know what is going to happen here. It's just a matter of do they survive or not, I guess. There's not much other big twist to the story. So yeah, you're gonna get the beginning, a little bit, a quick scene of the legend of this area where this quicksand supposedly is. A couple of guys out there hunting. One guy's freaked out. He's heard about this area, and it's not really worth it to him to find these snakes that they're hunting, with the risk of falling victim to the quicksand. But someone is going to fall victim to the quicksand. I guess that's the beginning of the movie to get you scared. So then moving on. Then after that, you're going to get an introduction to this couple, and you're going to see the kind of tension and so forth that's between them, and kind of some of the problems and why they're going to be, or why they're in the process of divorcing or thinking of it, and so forth. I didn't quite catch exactly why they're on vacation together or why they're here. They are there to meet a friend who they sit and have dinner with, and during that dinner, they have discussions. Their friend kind of says, "Hey, I'm going to go out to the forest and go hiking. Do you want to come with me?" Mostly to the guy, but then his wife or so forth says, "Hey, I want to go too. I can take on this challenge," and so forth. So, they basically set up to go hiking the next day. And unfortunately, the friend cannot, and he has something he has to take care of. And so the trip is supposedly off. But because of this tension and so forth, whatever, between the couple, and whatever the need to prove that she can do it or wants to do it, or whatever, she decides, hey, I still want to go hiking because I can and I want to, and so forth. And he's basically like, well, I can't let you go hiking alone, blah blah blah, even though they have problems with each other. It would be irresponsible of him to let her do that. So they're both going to end up going hiking, and off they go. And things are fine. They get there, moving along, going on their adventures. Again, you're going to get to learn some things about them, why they get along, why they don't get along, blah blah blah. And then it gets to the point where, hey, we should probably get back because it looks like the weather's turning, and maybe we're getting into bad territory here. They turn back, head towards the car, but they get there in time to see someone breaking into the car. And this is where the movie obviously takes a turn for the worse. And the guy decides he's going to confront this guy that's breaking into the car. Things go wrong, and they end up having to run back into the jungle. And obviously, you know what that means. Quicksand. It's quicksand time. And into the quicksand they end up. So, from this point on, it is simply about them trying to get out of the quicksand, and the things that they encounter while being stuck there. So you kind of can imagine, once it kind of barrels down to that, the movie still kind of pulls in some drama and so forth with some things that are in the forest. But otherwise, there's a lot of them talking. Again, you're going to continue to see maybe the tension between them. You're also maybe going to see them kind of mend some things, and so you're going to get a lot of that kind of dynamic going on there. Do they really want to get a divorce? Do they not? Kind of hash those things out while they're there. You nowhere else to go. They're going to kind of try to find a few ways out. They're going to find maybe some things in the quicksand. Like I said, maybe some things are going to come to them. I don't want to go over all those things and kind of spoil them for you. But yeah, a lot of the movie, kind of comes to a halt, and it's up to the filmmakers then to create enough tension, action, and whatever to keep you interested while they're in this quicksand. So it's a matter of, I'm sure for some people they do, for some they won't. It is it's a good thing for a horror movie, a horrible spot, horrible situation. So it kind of, makes a good idea for a horror movie. Is it enough? If you have two people stuck in it, is it enough to carry for a good portion of the film? That's going to be kind of up for you guys to kind of decide. I thought it was okay, but and I think they tried to keep it as real as possible, as well. So you're not, even though there's the supposed myth of the territory and whatever, and why there's quicksand there, we do get a little bit of an explanation to why the quicksand is there in this area. So they try to keep it as real as possible. They're not going to get out of bounds and spirits and so forth like that, or no imaginary person is going to come and save them. It is kept as real as possible. So there's going to be what you can kind of imagine, kind of going into that. If you haven't seen it, what can possibly happen to them while they're there, and how they can possibly try to get out of it. And I thought it was okay. I think it kept your interest enough. Maybe I wanted something more. Obviously, this doesn't set up for a lot of blood and guts. It doesn't set up for a lot of death and that kind of thing. So it is up to part of it is up to your feelings on this couple. Are you do you really kind of get into their drama, or them, do you really rooting for them? Do you just want the quicksand to suck them away and be done with them? You might, maybe there's a point where you've had enough and you're just like, damn, why doesn't this quicksand just pull them down and just end this movie? Or can we go to the next people that get stuck in quicksand? No, these are the only two people that are going to get stuck in this quicksand that you're going to have to sit through and watch to see if they get out. So yeah, there's nobody else that you're going to see come along and get stuck in this quicksand and kind of struggle with them as well. So yeah, if you're kind of rooting for them and you go for them, that'll probably help in keeping your attention. If you're just not, and you're kind of tired of their back and forth, you're gonna root for that quicksand. Let's go quicksand, pull them under. But yeah, that's what it's gonna amount to. So with that, I think I'm gonna give it 3 pools of blood. I mean, what else are you gonna do if you're gonna keep it realistic? And something different, a little bit different. I don't remember seeing too many horror movies sort of based on quicksand. We've seen it pop up here and there, but a whole movie based on it, I'm sure there's might be some others out there, but not a whole lot. So, why not? It was okay. Like I said, not a lot of deaths, not a lot of blood and guts. The action is going to be limited to that. So if you kind of buy into the drama there, and like I said, a lot is going to depend on your feelings of this couple. If you're into them and wanting them to live, it will do you good in the movie. If not, it might turn you off. I thought they were okay, whatever. You kind of get to the point where, hey, it's a horror movie. You kind of get to a point where, the expectation, you're like, okay, well, I kind of know what's going to happen, so whatever, I'll live with it and just see, what happens. Um, they try to build in a little bit more of the drama, like I said, with the robber with the car and so forth, and that kind of thing to, help build on keeping it a real story and so forth. So I don't want to give too much away there. So yeah, again, 3 pools of blood out of 5. It was okay. Not a little bit of drama, a little bit of action, but not the biggest, baddest, most action-packed movie here. Getting stuck in the quicksand, but it is it is what it is. I guess going into it, you kind of know what to expect. So yeah, that's it. So horosquarereviews.blogspot.com is where you can find more of my reviews, written and video. But if you're interested just in the video reviews, subscribe, like, notifications, all those things that everybody wants you to do. If not, no problem, no worries. Twitter, Facebook, information down below as well. Same thing there. Reach out to me, talk horror, need something for me to review, please feel free to ask. And in the comment section, if you, when you get the chance to check this out, whether you liked it or not, your thoughts on the couple. Did you want them to get sucked into that quicksand? Shame on you. Or maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, with that, I guess I will catch you in the next review, horror fans.